Welcome back to AdaptiVids, your go-to source for in-depth cybersecurity insights. In today's video, we're diving into one of the most critical topics of our time, the cybersecurity of critical infrastructure. From power grids to financial systems, our society relies on these vital systems, and keeping them secure is more important than ever. We'll explore the key measures used to protect them, the growing cyber threats they face, and why safeguarding our infrastructure is a top priority in the digital age. Let's get started. Infrastructure refers to the fundamental physical and organizational structures needed for the operation of a society or enterprise. This includes transportation systems, communication networks, water supply, power generation, and other essential services. Infrastructure supports daily functions and enables economic growth, safety, and public health. Critical infrastructure, specifically, includes the assets, systems, and networks that are so vital to a country that their incapacitation or destruction would have a debilitating impact on security, national economy, public health, or safety. Examples include power grids, financial systems, healthcare services, telecommunications, and transportation networks. Cybersecurity of critical infrastructure. A vital defense, cybersecurity of critical infrastructure involves protecting these essential systems from cyber attacks that could disrupt operations or lead to catastrophic consequences. As more critical infrastructure systems become digitized and interconnected, they become more vulnerable to cyber threats such as malware, ransomware, hacking, and insider threats. Cybersecurity measures for critical infrastructure include: Number 10, resilience and redundancy. Building redundancy into systems. Critical infrastructure must be resilient to cyber attacks. Building redundancy into systems, for example, backup power grids, duplicate network connections, failover servers, ensures that even if one system is compromised, others can take over to maintain service continuity. Disaster recovery plans. Organizations must prepare disaster recovery plans for cyber incidents, ensuring they can quickly restore critical functions. This might include having alternative locations for operational control, backup data centers, and redundant communication channels. Number 9, physical security measures. Protecting critical facilities. Physical security is as important as cybersecurity in critical infrastructure environments. Unauthorized physical access to control rooms, data centers, or communication hubs can allow attackers to tamper with equipment or systems. Surveillance and intrusion. Detection. Physical surveillance systems, including CCTV cameras, access control systems, and physical intrusion detection systems, should be integrated with cybersecurity monitoring tools to provide a holistic security overview. Number 8, supply chain security. Vetting third-party vendors. Critical infrastructure often relies on multiple third-party vendors for equipment, software, and maintenance. Organizations must ensure that their vendors adhere to strong cybersecurity practices to prevent supply chain attacks. Securing third-party access. Third-party vendors that have access to critical systems should have limited, monitored access. This access should be time-bound, and vendors should adhere to strict security standards, including the use of secure connections and multi-factor authentication. Number 7, securing legacy systems. Updating or replacing old systems. Many critical infrastructure environments rely on legacy systems that were not designed with modern cybersecurity threats in mind. These outdated systems are more vulnerable to attacks. Whenever possible, these should be replaced or retrofitted with modern security controls like patching, firewall protections, and network isolation. Segmenting legacy systems. If updating legacy systems is not feasible, network segmentation and other compensating controls should be implemented to isolate them from the rest of the network and minimize the risk of compromise. Number 6, employee training and awareness. Cybersecurity training. Employees are often the weakest link in cybersecurity, especially in critical infrastructure environments where human error can lead to severe disruptions. Regular cybersecurity training should be conducted to teach employees about phishing attacks, malware, and social engineering tactics that cybercriminals commonly use. Simulated cyber attacks. Conducting regular penetration tests and simulated cyber attack drills can help employees recognize how to respond during a real attack. These exercises also help identify vulnerabilities in the system that may need to be addressed. Number 5, collaboration between sectors. Public-private partnerships. Critical infrastructure is often managed by both government agencies and private companies, making collaboration between these sectors essential. Governments often provide threat intelligence, cybersecurity frameworks, and best practices. For example, the National Institute of Standards and Technology, cybersecurity framework in the United States. While private companies implement these in their operational processes. Information sharing. Organizations should actively participate in industry-specific information sharing and analysis centers, where they can exchange threat intelligence, vulnerabilities, and incident reports. This proactive sharing of information allows for quicker responses to emerging threats. Regulatory compliance. Many governments mandate specific cybersecurity standards for critical infrastructure sectors, such as energy, finance, and transportation. Ensuring compliance with these regulations not only helps protect critical infrastructure, but also prevents legal and financial penalties. Number 4, incident response plans. Predefined response procedures. A detailed incident response plan is essential for reacting quickly to a cyber attack. This plan should outline the steps to be taken during different types of incidents, such as data breaches, denial of service attacks, or malware infections. The incident response plan should be updated regularly based on evolving threats and lessons learned from past incidents. Crisis communication protocols. During a cyber attack, clear communication is vital. A predefined communication plan ensures that all stakeholders, employees, customers, partners, and regulatory authorities are informed at the right time. The plan should also include how to deal with public relations in the case of a significant disruption. Data backup and recovery plans. Regular backups of critical data and system configurations are vital in the event of a ransomware attack or other destructive cyber event. This ensures that the infrastructure can be restored with minimal downtime and essential services can continue without major disruption. Number 3, monitoring and detection. Real-time monitoring. Advanced intrusion detection systems and intrusion prevention systems can monitor network traffic in real time to identify any abnormal patterns or suspicious activities, such as unauthorized login attempts or unusual data transfers. Security information and event management. Security information and event management systems aggregate logs from various network devices, applications, and security tools to detect security incidents. They provide insights into potential threats by correlating events across the network and alerting security teams when anomalies are detected. Anomaly detection using artificial intelligence. Many critical infrastructure operators are adopting artificial intelligence and machine learning tools that can detect anomalies based on learned behavior patterns. These tools can identify subtle deviations from normal operations that might indicate a cyber attack in progress. Number 2, access controls. Role-based access control. Not all employees need access to every part of the system. Role-based access control ensures that individuals only have access to the resources necessary for their job function. This minimizes the risk of internal threats or accidental exposure of critical systems. Multi-factor authentication. A strong access control strategy includes multi-factor authentication, which requires users to verify their identity through at least 2 methods, for example, password and mobile authentication. This significantly reduces the likelihood of unauthorized access, even if a password is compromised. Least privilege principle. Access rights should be assigned based on the least privilege principle, meaning users are only granted the minimum level of access necessary to perform their tasks. This helps contain the damage in case an account is compromised. Number 1, securing networks and systems. Network segmentation. Dividing the critical infrastructure network into smaller segments helps contain any potential breaches. By isolating sensitive systems, like industrial control systems, from less critical parts of the network, like office information technology networks, organizations can prevent attackers from moving laterally across the infrastructure. Encryption. Data traveling across the network or stored in databases should be encrypted to prevent unauthorized access or tampering. This ensures that even if data is intercepted, it cannot be easily read or altered. Regular patching and updates. Outdated software often contains vulnerabilities that attackers can exploit. Ensuring all systems, including operating systems and applications, are up to date with the latest security patches reduces the risk of breaches. By implementing these cybersecurity measures, organizations can significantly strengthen the security and resilience of critical infrastructure, protecting against a wide range of cyber threats. Given the potentially devastating consequences of an attack on critical infrastructure, these defences are not just important, they are essential to national security, economic stability, and public safety. Don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe for more intriguing content, and ring the notification bell to stay updated on our latest videos.